All right, let's start with a simple question. Why do you look like your parents? Why do some people have dimples, some have sickle cell, and others don't? The answers to all of these are found in genetics. So today, I'm going to break genetics down in a simple, clear, and exam-friendly way. Genetics is simply the study of genes, heredity, and variation in living organisms. In other words, it helps us understand how traits are passed from parents to offspring. Things like eye color, height, blood group, and even some diseases. Now let's talk about DNA. DNA means deoxyribonucleic acid. DNA is a very long molecule that carries all the instructions that make you who you are. It controls growth, development, functioning, and reproduction in living organisms. Inside DNA, we have genes. A gene is a specific part of DNA that controls a particular trait, like eye color or blood type. So remember this: DNA is the instruction book, and genes are the individual instructions. Now let's talk about the father of genetics. His name is Gregor Mendel. Gregor Mendel discovered the basic laws of inheritance by experimenting on pea plants. From his experiments, he came up with 3 laws: the law of segregation, the law of independent assortment, and the law of dominance. These laws explain how traits are passed from parents to offspring. More about these laws will be explained in my next video. Next, we have genotype and phenotype. Your genotype is your genetic makeup. Examples are AAAA and AA. If the 2 alleles are the same, we call it homozygous. If they are different, we call it heterozygous. Your phenotype is what you can physically see. Things like eye color, height, skin color, and shape of the nose. So, genotype is what you have genetically. Phenotype is what you see physically. Now let's look at dominant and recessive alleles. A dominant allele is expressed even if only 1 copy is present. A recessive allele is expressed only when 2 copies are present. Now let's talk about chromosomes. DNA is not floating freely inside the cell. It is packed into structures called chromosomes, which are found in the nucleus. Humans have 46 chromosomes, arranged in 23 pairs. You get 23 chromosomes from your father, 23 chromosomes from your mother. That's why humans have 46 chromosomes in total. Now, not all traits follow Mendel's simple rules. Some traits show incomplete dominance, codominance, multiple alleles, polygenic inheritance, and sex-linked traits. These are called non-Mendelian inheritance patterns. Now let's look at mutations and genetic disorder. A mutation is simply a change in the DNA sequence. Mutations can occur through point mutations, insertions, deletions. Some mutations lead to genetic disorders, such as sickle cell anemia, Down syndrome, and cystic fibrosis. Finally, let's talk about genetic engineering and cloning. Genetic engineering involves modifying an organism's DNA. Examples include genetically modified organisms, GMOs. Cloning can be reproductive cloning by creating genetically identical organisms, therapeutic cloning by producing cells for medical treatment, such as stem cell research. Before we wrap up, let's quickly test your understanding. I want you to actually think about these questions. You can pause the video and drop your answers in the comment section. So in summary, genetics explains how traits are inherited, why organisms differ, and how DNA controls life. If you understand genetics, biology becomes much easier. If this lesson helped you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next class.